Hello, friends. Great to be back with each one of you. Looking forward to talking a little bit about the case study that we have been studying, reading, pondering all about this week, which is the one on Smart Step. So let's go ahead and just get right into it. So looking at a few of the first questions here that go along with this week to kind of answer and reflect on here as a group. It's interesting because to succeed at Smart Step, I would say a good salesperson needs more than just skills. They need to incorporate things like being self-motivated. Organized, I would say, is very important, as well as just be genuinely passionate about fitness. I think in order to succeed, especially at Smart Step, since it is so fitness focused, you do have to have the edge for finding a joy for wanting to be a part of the culture and what they're doing over at Smart Step. So I'd say first, we recommend daily planning and actively tracking to keep efforts consistent. I think this is always important when it comes to staying organized and keeping everyone on the same page. Second, each rep should aim for at least 15 calls, 3 demos, and 3 follow-ups daily. I think it's important to have those goals, not always focusing on the numbers, but still remembering the importance of having goals, numbers, things that can be achieved so that you can view your success in one way or another at the end of each day. I feel like also that numbers align with the company's high touch strategy. And then lastly here, third is a belief in the product matters. So reps who actively use StepSmart and share real stories will be more authentic and persuasive. And so all of these qualities combined define the kind of person who can thrive, especially when it comes to being someone at Smart Step working there within the environment. Second part here, the few questions that went along with this were more focused on team evaluation and then overall just kind of a summary. So I put it together as a spreadsheet. So you can see I broke down the names of the different people at Smart Step. We have Erica, Mike, Josie, Marcus, Tina, Barry, and Jeff. And then I went and I focused on the strengths that they had, the weaknesses they had, can they succeed, the individual goal that they have, and then the action item. So let's just check out Erica here for a second. So she is someone that is high energy, fit, and driven. All great things when it comes to a gym. Her weaknesses are she gets overwhelmed and she has a lack of structure. Can she succeed? Absolutely. If she has the passion and desire, things like being overwhelmed or lack of structure, those can be worked on. Those can be fixed. Individual goal is 3 demos daily, log in CRM, and then an action item would be time block and CRM check-in. Now let's go ahead and jump down to Josie here. Her strengths were she's passionate about health. Weaknesses is avoids cold calls. Can she succeed? I would say in the environment, no. In this specific sales job, especially where we are looking to call people, have those interactions, and she doesn't like to cold call, she's not going to be in an environment where she thrives. So it's not going to be overall very great place for her. I'm sure there's other parts of the job aspect that would be good for her, but from a sales aspect of the gym, what we're looking for, very important. I like to compare this case study to the gym where I work out, EOS Fitness here in Orem, Utah. And it's interesting because as I pay attention to their sales rep, their salespeople, every time I'm in and out of the gym, they're always on the phone. They're always making cold calls, or they're always on emails, sending out emails, looking to make the next phone call to discuss, the next sales plan, or come in for strength training, or come in for private coaching. And so they're always doing sales, and a huge part of that is the ability to communicate with others over the phone. And so after analyzing those 7 salespeople, it kind of goes to show which ones would fit the culture, the fitness culture, and which ones would have the ability to connect and which ones would be a little bit weaker on that. So you can see that Erica, Mike, Marcus, Tina, Marcus and Tina maybe, Jeff again maybe, but those would be more people that would be interested in. Josie, and I would say really just her would struggle a little bit more. There's a couple others that are iffy maybes, but overall that's kind of the breakdown on those specific people that were mentioned. So the last part here, we focus a little bit more on the questions that were focused a little bit more on the goal. And so the overall drive to buy-in, you could say. And so Cooper should make this personal. He should sit down with each rep and connect goals to what matters to them. I think for Cooper, this is even something that makes a sales leader someone that is successful, having those one-on-one times, having those goals, meeting with those that are on the team. Some of the goals, might need to be more financial independence, fitness, or being the best version of themselves. So clear coaching steps like role playing or CRM reviews should support the goals we've listed. Public recognition can also help. That could be a huge help. Shout outs for activities, winner improvement builds momentum. Recognizing those people. The book How to Win Friends and Influence People is huge when it comes to simply just showing appreciation for the employees that are working there. If they feel that love, if they feel that appreciation, they're going to want to continue to work and be a part of the culture. And that approach makes accountability feel like support, not pressure. And so with this strategy, we believe Cooper can rebuild this team into a high-performing, purpose-driven group, one that can find success not only in the fitness industry, but together as a team with a positive culture as well.